What is the excitement level and the reasons for the foreign trip?
We just felt like it was a year to do this with six new players, a lot to get, a lot of new guys to get acclimated to each other, to our program, to our coaching, and just us get to know them. And plus those 10 practices, we did one years ago going to Costa Rica, and it was terrific. And I think it really helped that team. And I think this one, I think, that's what we hope to get out of this one.
Have you kind of been saving it in a way for a team that you really, felt it would benefit to get those extra practices?
Yeah, and just you can only do it once every 4 years. So, yeah, different teams. You think, well, this one might need it more than the next, or so. Yeah, we were kind of waiting for and it just felt like, we got guys coming in who we think can really contribute, and we need them to contribute. So, and you got huge games in November, so we got to be up to speed. And I think a thing like this helps you get up to speed.
How did this kind of come about? I know you may have had, or you did have another opportunity potentially earlier in
Yeah.
the summer. I don't know if you're willing to expand on that, but just how did it kind of come about and have the money in the budget? And it seems like it was kind of put together pretty quickly, though.
Yeah, because we were looking at some other options, and then with me leaving for a bit for USA Basketball, I didn't want to come back and then 16-hour plane ride to Australia, and I didn't want to wear out our guys either. So, you know, I looked at the map, and apparently Canada is just right up there. So it's pretty close. So it's like a league. It's like a league game travel. So that will be simple. And if you've ever been there in the fall or in the late summer, amazing place. So it'll be really neat for our guys because we like to get out and show them parts of the world that they might never have seen, or maybe do some things like that where they expand their horizons, and that's a big part of it.
What are you expecting out of competition? I went one year with
Yeah,
UMass, and we went to
yeah.
the Bahamas, and it was a joke.
Yeah. No, we played a couple of those Canadian teams down in
Yeah,
Costa Rica, and man, they were good.
yeah.
I think we beat one on the last possession, and the other one was a great game also. So we got enough. I want different levels of competition. I mean, they don't all have to be great games. I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm coaching it for experience for these guys. It's not about, hey, we're going there to win a championship and a gold medal or anything. It's the most important thing is a lot of guys get a lot of experience.
With June's usually a pretty relaxing month. Could you break down your
Yeah.
travel schedule for us here through June and I guess even July now?
Yeah, I've been in Colorado Springs. We've done, that's probably why I don't have a very good voice right now. We've done double days for about 6 days, taking our under 19 team from 30 down to 12, which was so hard to do. And so you got two practices a day, you got all the meetings and all the figuring out how we make our cuts and how we, select our team. And then I wanted to come back for a day as all our guys are getting here because I wanted to see them before I left. So I flew home last night, got in last night. I'm here for one day, and then I jump on a plane to go to Chicago to go to Hungary tomorrow. So then we're 2 weeks. We get there, we have about 6 days. We play a couple friendlies, and then you're going to play 7 games in that tournament, hopefully. And so it's busy, and then it's Munich to Denver, and Denver back to Boise, and then then I'm jumping in with this team again. So it's been busy and exciting, and we have a great staff, and that's why I'm confident to be able to do that. But as a coach, it's a development thing. I mean, I spent the last week with all these great coaches. First of all, it's me, Tad, and Mike Boynton, the Oklahoma State coach, and the Colorado coach, and so to get a lot of time with those guys, and then you bring in a bunch of court coaches who are all head coaches throughout the country, and then the committee. So we get a lot of good basketball time, share ideas and connections, and it's how you get games. Sometimes it's all those connections, and so then you get to go overseas and watch all these foreign teams and scout them, and so you learn a lot, you grow, and not even to mention the recruiting part of it, as far as watch all those foreign teams. There's a lot of good players in the world now, and they're all over the place. So it's a busy time, but it's a great experience, great honor too, to coach USA basketball.
How difficult is it to cut? I mean, I would imagine that
It's one
with
of
the
the
talents you've got, I would think
yeah.
that would be hard.
And it's so interesting, the process, because like I said, there's a lot of coaches, head coaches involved. There's a committee, you know, and everyone likes a different and plays a little bit different styles. So it's, you know, sometimes it's not like, well, this guy's better than that guy. It's clear. It's it's whatever you kind of like to coach and style of play that you like, and maybe what your team needs. But man, there's a lot of great players, and we, you know, I feel really good about our team. It's a super coachable group. They seem to already like each other. I think we can really gel, and you know, we'll be a little different than last year because we only have two of the two of the kids that played for us last year out of the 12 are on the team, and because the rest, a bunch of them are in the draft and doing things like that. I mean, I was like, no wonder we're kind of good. We had two top 10 picks and another guy that's going to be around first round. So it makes you a pretty good coach when you got that kind of ability.
Last year, I think, I was going to say, last year when you went, it was down in Mexico, and I
Yeah.
think all the teams were basically from this hemisphere. You've
Yeah.
got teams all over the world.
Right.
Do the teams come with different styles? Do different countries have different styles?
Completely, and that this is a different level of competition now because this, you know, this is the world championship. So you got the 16 best teams that qualified, and you know they're everybody's good, and to have first, you know, because you had to do something to get there, and then some of those teams have been. I think the thing I heard was France has 11 of their 12 back that they had last year on their 8 teams. So they're going to be a lot more experienced than us, a lot more, you know, we got to get them up to speed in a hurry. So it'll be interesting. And it's great because, you know, as a coach, like I said, I get to watch all these different styles and scout them. You know, Mike and I do most of the scouting. And so you watch a lot of games, a lot of players, and you pick up a lot of good stuff and a lot of great connections.
How much time have you spent personally, professionally in Europe? And are you bringing any family members with you on this thing?
Well, we were gonna. Robin was gonna go, but she decided to stay, and because you know, I'm working all day, you know, so I didn't want to just leave her alone. And there's a lot of time demands on this thing, and but it's exciting, and I've done a lot of stuff throughout the years. You know, going way back to when I was a junior college coach, I went over and ran camps in Germany with a bunch of German coaches and toured Europe and did all that. And then we've done a lot of overseas recruiting over the years, and, you know, all different places where, you know, whether it's Europe or Australia or all different places. So, and basketball is just getting better and better everywhere else. So you can pick, I mean, look at what we've had here. We've had a lot of terrific ones from overseas. You know?
If say you see a kid on the French team or whatever, I mean, what are the rules? Are there any with you saying, I like how you play? Can we meet? Can I talk? Are you interested in coming to play at a place like Boise State?
Well,
is that allowed?
yeah, there's always different, you know, calendar things that you can do, and you know, usually contact, you know, whether it's a contact period or not. So you know, you end up, a lot of it's just evals where you get to see these guys live, and then you figure their situation because you know, some of them are pro, some of them are going to stay there, some of them are, you know, going to come to the U.S. or want to. So you kind of got to poke around, see what their situation is, and you know, Tommy Lloyd did a ton of our European recruiting back in the day at Gonzaga. I recruited Batista and a few others and some guys like that. So we shared it, but you know, it's a lot of those kids nowadays you go through their agents, all different things. Each situation is different. And, you know, we've got a kid coming from Germany this year who played in the German league this year. So it's just, you know, you got to look under every rock, under every stone, and find the right fit for what we're doing here.
Batista was Brazil, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but he was playing junior college over here, and yeah, but he was a Brazilian and had a great career for us. So it's, you know, it's just you just keep turning over rocks. But one of the best things about it is there's a difference watching guys on film and being able to see them live. It's valuable. And then, you know, I get to know a lot of these coaches too that we coach against. So it's really neat.
You won't be able to have Mo, right, or a couple guys for the foreign team.
Right.
What's the details on that?
Yeah, I'm not sure we have all the details of all the stuff. We're still working on it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's always those kind of rules and eligibility stuff that for other stuff, and so you got to sort all that out because they have to be So our roster will be maybe shortened just a little bit, but
I mean, nowadays with the 8 hours a week or whatever they let you do anyway, how much difference is the 10 days of practice than what it used to be maybe in the summer?
yeah, I think it'll be good too. It is a lot different. The practices are because they can be way more structured and a little more time. You're not as locked in time wise, but it's also a good. You got like Max who's been here 6 years. Tyson's been here 3 now, and so it's a good change. You don't want just the same stuff every summer of okay, here's what we're doing. I think it'll challenge them. It'll make we got something to shoot for at the end that those guys like. I mean, they like to compete, they like to play. So I think that's instead of just okay, you're going to shoot for 3 months and or 2 months. I think it's a good kind of motivation thing for those veterans.
I saw like 90 schools or something. It's a record this year
Yeah.
doing foreign trips. I know it's probably something to do with just COVID getting over with and stuff like that. But why do you think this year, and what is? I know you touched on it, but just how valuable are those games for freshmen and transfers and things like that?
Yeah, I think that is a big, like Mike Boynton, I was talking to him about it. He's got 9 new guys. So they're going to Spain. And probably the same reasons I am, 6 new guys. And I think the portal is changing the teams so much that, you got to kind of get to know what you have and get them, get ahead of the game that way. Because, in the old days, you might have 1 or 2 or 3 maybe new guys, and they might not be in your plans to play much. So it doesn't change your our team dynamic that much. So I think that's probably a big reason why more teams are doing it.
Is your whole team on campus right now, or what's the timetable?
Everybody except for Roddy.
Gotcha.
Roddy he's finishing up his school. He gets done, I think now, this week or today. And then, so he's going to be here Monday. Yeah, and then we'll have everybody here. But everybody's already here other than Roddy. So it's great. It's great to have them.
Leon, with how's a non-conference scheduling coming together, and you guys have kind of proven that you're going to always be in the mix to be a quad 1 game. So does that help you guys out at all? When a team comes here, that they know that it's not going to necessarily hurt them. I mean, how does that
in some aspects it helps you. In some aspects, it's we have a pretty good record here, and I think there's sometimes that hurts you. Where we're going to go all the way to Idaho and play you guys, and you're good. So that can hurt you. But also, you're right. You get some opportunities because of the quad 1, because those are the important games. So we're being really aggressive with our schedule this year, and we're gonna have some great games on it and great opportunities. So the Orlando tournament is just, man, that's gonna be one of the best ones in the country. So the quality of opponents we're gonna face there is huge. And I was talking to somebody, there's gonna be a really good team that comes out of that tournament 0-3, and that's the hard part of playing in those great tournaments. So we're going to be really aggressive and get some good series going. That's what we want to be able to do.
One more about USA basketball. How'd Lexus do this weekend? I know he's not expected to Hungary.
Yeah.
How do you do this week?
It was great. It was great to have him there because, the nice thing about Lex is he's so versatile and he can still play a little bit, so he can help you with drills a little bit more. And so he got a good eye opener and got to make a lot of great contacts and meet a lot of really, really good coaches, good guys. So I think he really enjoyed it seemed like. And it was fun to have him there, no doubt.
How are you have you guys talked about how you're gonna manage the minutes in Canada? I can't imagine Max is gonna play 33 minutes a night against these teams.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that we've got some experience with that, and there won't be like a okay, this is the January rotation. It won't be like that. I want to get everybody opportunities. I want to see all these guys and see different combinations, and depending on our competition of who we play.
Maybe Cade and Max together if the situation.
I don't know. I never can worry about that or promise that. I don't know. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah.
Is one of your bigger concerns now that all the numbers are up for grabs? Who's going to get assigned what? Who gets to pick what?
Oh yeah. There's that'll be interesting. Yeah, there was one guy because he got his number taken away and given to somebody else, and he already had his crazy number picked out. So he'll be the first guy in Boise State history, unless it was way back before But I'm thinking he'll be the first player in Boise State history to wear a number like this. So that's kind of cool.
You know what the number is?
Kobe wore it.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right.
So that's pretty easy. Yeah. Rachel, what do you got?
What do I have to
Anything?
say?
Yeah.
Well, I don't-
Anybody
I just-
been to Hungary? Have you been
No, I
to?
haven't been to Hungary. I've
No.
been to Europe, but not to Hungary.
Yeah, nobody's been to Hungary unless Budapest. Then that's
I,
pretty cool.
I am hungry, but
Yes, yes, mostly. Yeah.
The one thing I would ask is just to clarify, this isn't something that you don't get to do every year, so obviously it's extra time. You know, how valuable is that extra time?
I think it's huge. Like I said, especially when there's, because part of, when you get a new guy, they have to learn you, but you have to learn them and where they fit and how you can coach them. That's why guys get better, because you're always trying to figure out combinations, figure out what they're good at, be able to put them and let them play to their strengths. And look at last year. Buzo was a great player for us. Remember his first few games, people were like, what the heck? So maybe you get some of that out of the way, hopefully, because of what's coming down right after when we start the year.
I mean, what's the key to like the integration process as you bring in so many new faces and bodies? I mean, I'm assuming you guys have been doing things with them even over these last couple of months. So like, what's the key to get this moving quickly so day one doesn't necessarily seem like day one?
Yeah, that's where this trip helps you. But you're right. Our assistants are always doing stuff, lots of conversations, lots of talk to get them to know our terminologies. It's like they're learning a new language, and they have to do it really quickly. So that's probably number one, and it's constant, and that's what we're always doing it. But we have great relationships with these guys because they're, I think I saw a nice graphic OKGs, and that's what we really feel about these new guys is we do have a group that high character guys that want to work, that want to win, that want to be part of a team. They already fit our culture, so we kind of got that piece a little down the road, more farther than maybe other teams.
Do you have to pay Chris Peterson royalties for the OKG thing? Or?
I think so. What is it? I plagiarize a lot of that good stuff. So, no doubt, that's a great Boise thing. I like that. We had it back in the day, but we didn't have we just called them Zags back in our day, And then when we got here, I heard the OKGs. I was like, I like that one. That's good. It's true though. And then when you stick to that, and when your programs stick to that, like our football team has, and I mean all our programs, it really is a Boise State thing. Allie, do you have anything?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Channel 6.
Oh, nice.
Filling in for Brendan. He wishes he could be here.
Oh, darn it.
And
You didn't have any questions? Everyone else had it.
well, it's a good thing I forgot my camera battery. So my phone came in handy. But,
excellent.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Naismith, any questions?
What did you think of the Tyson Degenhart show?
Oh, I thought it was terrific. I thought it was, that was the Tyson Degenhart. He's gonna baby Gronk. That's good. That's good. I thought it was really good. Tyson is he's one of he's a genuine person that you can have easy conversations with him. He'd be great at it. So as he gets more and more experience and just lets it go as a conversation, those are going to keep getting better and better. But I really enjoyed it. I hope people liked it because it was fun to do. Has he done the Talon one yet?
No.
Has he done another one yet?
Jeremiah's on Tuesday.
Oh, that's good. Did other people like it? Did they like ours? Okay. What did you like about it? Which story? Did you even listen? You didn't even listen. You were back there throwing the ball against the wall. And you didn't. Yeah.
Getting the spark.
Right. Nice.
What is Kobe going with 99?